I'm George Galloway. Welcome to the Galloway app. Thanks for downloading it, and do please spread the word. We want as many people as possible hearing straight from me what I actually think about events, large and small, national, local, personal and international. I'm in Indonesia, as will be obvious from the flora behind me. I'm here for the Indonesian leg of my marriage. Thanks to those who've sent their good wishes, and to the haters in all their malignancy on Twitter and elsewhere. Keep your hearts out. That's the last thing I'm going to say to you. Because it's clear that by being drawn into, let's call it dialogue, with a moron, I have inadvertently caused a great deal of upset to the parents of disabled children, to disabled people themselves as a whole, and to those campaigning and raising funds and awareness on their behalf. And it would never knowingly be my intention to do so. Let me tell you, in all candidness, when I left Scotland many years ago, the term that I used on Twitter meant moron. And when I used it, I too meant moron. And it was directed at a specific individual, a bigoted, sectarian Rangers supporter who had been relentlessly taunting me on a sectarian and bigoted basis. And I foolishly wrestled with a chimney sweep, and as we all know, you can't wrestle with a chimney sweep and come out clean. And I certainly haven't. The last straw for me was when he almost literally dug up the corpse of a deceased former parish priest of mine, a Father Jerry Nugent, who died amidst very extraordinary and tragic circumstances. That was the last straw. I couldn't take it anymore. It was very late in the night. I should have known better, even to be arguing with such a person. Never mind allowing myself to insult him with a term which I now realize, but did not at the time, has developed a subsequent history. I had, I promise you, no idea that this term had become one which campaigners for disability rights took great exception to, or for that matter, that it was used in a derogatory way by others about disabled people. I've always been a champion of disabled people and their rights, and when they were chaining themselves to the railings outside Parliament and outside number 10 Downing Street, protesting about Tony Blair's government's attack on disability rights and disabled people, I was out there in the street with them, rather than inside in the Parliament, plotting further attacks upon them. I'm sincerely sorry, especially to the parents of disabled children, some of whom have written to me in poignant terms which touched my heart. Anybody can have a disabled child. Anybody's child can become disabled. It would be an atrocious thing to do, willfully and deliberately, to hurt such parents. And I give you my most sincere promise that I did not intend to do that. Lesson learned. I don't intend to wrestle with any more chimney sweeps. I'll continue to use Twitter, but only to say what I have to say, not to respond to those who hate me. Now, you should know, just in conclusion, that all of my life I have been relentlessly pursued by sectarian bigots in Scotland, many of them associated with Glasgow Rangers Football Club. My appeal on Twitter was for decent Rangers fans to substitute this man, because he was a disgrace, even to the debased standards of much of the Rangers' support. I really regret ever getting involved in a dialogue with such people, and I never will again, however much hatred they direct at me. But I'm a man, a human being, flesh and blood. I have feelings, and I had a reason to describe that man as a moron. If only I'd chosen the word moron rather than the word I chose, for which I sincerely apologize.